Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for my next review for The Plague Season 4. This one's going to be for The Plague Season 4, Episode 9, which is called People Make Things Happen. So, this, of course, is going to be my weekly review for this week's episode of The Plague. We only got 5 more episodes left of the series, and of course, then The Plague will be done. And of course, we'll be getting the movies next year, but definitely this is a very sad time for the series because these are the last episodes. But this episode here, Season 4, Episode 9, People Make Things Happen. So this is another really good episode for me. I definitely was confused, though, with the whole incident with Scott and Zelta is the name of this character. I'm not 100% sure on what's going on there. Definitely, some very confused, kind of thoughts from this one, from the ending. But, we're going to have to see. Definitely something's up for sure. But, the ending for me definitely was, could I say the highlight of the episode? Maybe, but, there were a lot of other really good things in this episode as well. So, basically, in this episode here, we get to see that, Samantha and the others are trying to get information out of Zelta. It's not working. Basically, they decide to go on a run. Samantha and John in this episode, which is pretty cool. We get to see them go back to the iconic location in season 2 where Garrett was, of course, killed and stuff. And I really like how Samantha kind of refers back to the old days where, Scott was the villain and stuff. Of course, I'm sure everybody remembers that. How it was kind of, his fault, everything that happened, and Samantha kind of makes, Scott feel bad. But John, of course, goes with Samantha. They go there to that old camp. And they basically, they run into some of the plague people, and basically John wanted to go after them, wanted to kill them because of, Anthony. And, I thought that was really cool, and you can definitely see kind of still that, even though John did kind of betray Anthony earlier on in the season a little bit, he still is probably one of Anthony's, best friends in the, the plague world, so, really, so it's like, you can still kind of get some of those ideas that, yeah, John did care for Anthony, even a little bit, even if he was kind of pissed at him for some of the stuff that was going on, in season 4 and stuff, still, they are kind of, best friends, brothers at the end of the day, and, John wanted to see if Anthony was one of the plague people. So, for me, that was the best part of the episode. If you want to, say for me that what part was the best part of the episode, that is it. That is it right there. When John does that, I thought that was really, really cool. We get to see, the plague people, even some women plague people, as Under Freak 78 mentioned on the live stream premiere. So, basically, in this one, we also get to see, which is kind of, this is the part that kind of confuses me a little bit. I'm still not really sure what to think about it. I'm sure we'll get more answers in the following episodes, but the parts where Scott left. So, did he betray them because he felt like he didn't belong anymore after what Samantha said? He just didn't want to be there anymore. So him and Zelta went back to the the ninjas, and is Scott going to be a villain again? Which I'm not going to lie, I don't like that direction. I don't really like the idea of Scott becoming a villain, because I actually don't like Scott as a villain at all. I find him to be a really annoying character to watch when he is a villain. When he's not, and he's on our good side, and in Season 4, and, a lot of Season 4, and Season 3 especially, Anthony really believed in Scott after a while. I feel like going this route with Scott, again, would, and I'm going to be honest, it's very, a weird direction, but I'm gonna see how this goes, because I do have a feeling that something's going on here, and that he was forced to go back. So, I'm kind of not sure right now. I'm kind of hoping that it's the fact he was forced to go back, not that to the ninjas, not go back, but go to their camp, and not, the other way around. So we're just gonna have to see, in terms of that. But in terms of this episode, the music at the end was really, really cool as well, and I like this episode. I really did. Maybe You could say some of the stuff with Scott at the end was a bit, unclear and kind of confusing to me, but again, that's the cliffhanger of the episode, so you kind of, it's something to kind of guess, for next week. But in terms of this episode, for this episode of the second half. I really liked it. I'm really excited to see what we get with the ninjas. Of course, we only got five more episodes left, so we're gonna have to see what comes of this. But for sure, I don't think Scott's switching sides. I think it's just kind of a bit of a trick, a little bit of a cliffhanger that might go the other way next episode. But we're gonna have to see, because I mean, really, you never know. And definitely, I can tell just from this episode, the ninjas probably next episode, the next couple episodes are really going to be a huge concentration. So I'm excited for these last 5 episodes. So far this half season, the mid-season premiere was good, and I also think this episode was really, really good. If I had to pick which one was better, that's kind of difficult to pick for me. Maybe I'd pick this episode, but then again, I kind of like the mid-season premiere too. So we didn't actually see Josh or any of those characters, but I'm sure we'll see them next week. So biggest question right now, what's going on with Scott? And for this episode here, really good episode. I definitely want to hear you guys' opinions about this one. And definitely, since we are nearing the end of the series more and more as the weeks go on, I definitely want to hear your guys' comments in that comment section below. So, of course, if you're new here, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my videos for The Plague. Of course, weekly reviews for The Plague. I will do a predictions for episode 10. If you guys want me to do one, write that down in the comment section below. Maybe I'll go ahead and do an episode 10 predictions video. So, anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.